Be baptized into this life, just like Kanan did for me and Ghost.
Yo, where do we even start? Yo, where do we even start with this trailer? Because Tommy's blowing shit up already. Stuff's already happening. And from what it looks like, I could be so wrong, but from what it looks like, Tommy versus Diamond and Jannard, from what it looks like, I don't know, because like Diamond is talking and he's like telling Jannard like, yo, he's my partner, but then he's like, Jannard's telling him, he's like, nah, he's blowing shit up because again, everything that happened in the last episode, the last season, right? And the whole they trying to go after DMac because of what DMac did to I think King Kilo's nephew, cousin, right? When he went after him and he kills him. So that's still gonna be a big factor after what happened in the last season. So now in the trailer we got Tommy saying, well, it's time for me to like baptize you into this game because DMac it's already too late for DMac to even want to like change his mind and try to like get out of it because he got introduced to it like really early in his stage of life. So Tommy's just going to do his best to help him. But then I think at the same time, Tommy will find out about the whole what he did and the whole King Kilo situation. So I think he is going to he has no choice but to protect him because he's family. And then we got to see like JP and he's like, well, you my son, I will always love you. They always set this shit up because they trying to I feel like they teasing like a few things that could probably happen in season 3 of like Powerful Full Force where I think Miguel might die, right? I think Miguel could probably die, and then maybe JP could probably die. I don't know, like the way they setting it up. I don't know. It could probably maybe like be those two that could probably die in this season, right? And then whoever helps Tommy at the end, because they trying to set it up that he doesn't have any friends. Nobody's gonna like really back him up or support him because I'm thinking from what it looks like that maybe Diamond kicks out Tommy because the way how Tommy's pissed off, like, yo, he's the one that started or not started, but helped build up the coalition. But for them to take it away from him, he's just going to burn everything down to the ground. But then as Maria tells Tommy, like, well, instead of burning it down to the ground, just take it back. But then we see like in a church area that it seems like that's Miguel and Tommy. So I'm like, wait, what? Tommy and Miguel? They're going to team up against like Diamond and Jannard? Oh, nah. Oh, wait. Whoa. Whoa. I'm like, okay. We going to see. We going to see because it's looking interesting because keep in mind, the story with the whole Miguel situation, he never liked Tommy because he was like, who is this outsider? And even when he had conversations with Diamond, he's like, you got this outsider guy coming into our city, trying to make moves in our city. Like, fuck this guy, right? But I don't know. Now it could seem like it might be Miguel and Tommy that's going to work together. If it be like, well, if Maria really likes you, I really hate you and I want to kill you because you was manipulating shit behind the board and behind the scenes. And part of certain things that happened was your fault. But I don't want her to be pissed off at me. So fuck it. Let's work together. Because from what it could look like, Tommy could probably, try to make a sort of truce or some sort of agreement with Miguel and then CBI, like what? Like no, wait, whoa! Because keep in mind, they were sort of teasing it, like in the last season where that question kept coming up: does Diamond need Tommy? Does Diamond need Tommy? That question kept coming up, and keep in mind here, Diamond and Jannard are brothers, like blood brothers, right? So for Tommy to just come into Chicago like that, it's like, yeah, Diamond likes Tommy, he does trust him, but at the end of the day, Jannard is still his brother. Even though we still got that whole Shanti and Jannard business where she wants Jannard to like take over fully of CBI, and he's in full control. But then you still have that factor in the background. But then from what we've seen, like Jannard is like confliction of he and Diamond is finally back on good terms with each other. And it looks like he maybe don't want to do that and rather just being okay, they just work together, everybody's making money together, so why take out his own brother again? So I'm thinking maybe Shanti could probably, I don't know, maybe she might either betray Jannard and maybe tell what Tommy, or maybe Shanti dies. I don't know because then we also see in the trailer too that I guess somebody is drowning or trying to kill maybe like somebody's trying to drown Vic, and we like, oh, like who's trying to kill Vic, right? So I don't know. That's also looking interesting as well. And then seeing how Vic is still, the under the hole, he has to keep reporting back to the feds, and him like kind of like stuck in between, even though Tommy already knows right what's going on. So he's trying to like use the fact that he knows and trying to like scoop out information from Vic, and because again Vic does owe Tommy, right? So it's sort of like vice versa in the sense, but with everything that's going on right now, it does seem like a big war is going to take place. But I already know because that question every year, every time when a power show always comes up, that damn question always keeps popping up in everybody's mind and brain of, will he return? And it's like, listen, that shit ain't happening. Like that shit ain't happening. I think what's going to most likely happen, because Tommy's going to need help. I think Tariq is going to probably show up in the last maybe 2 episodes or 2 episodes before the finale, and he helps out Tommy. Because I think what they're going to probably set up, because seeing how Power Legacies is going to, be a thing, and I'm thinking it's going to probably be Tommy, Tariq, and DMac, right? And then they all just go to New York, right? And then Tariq has to fill in both Tommy and DMac about the plans of what he and Braden and Effie is doing, right? And just like, oh, this is what we all doing. Because I think what they're going to probably try to do, which I think would make sense, of one, tying up old stories, right? And also bringing in some new stories as well. Because I don't think in this final season of Powerball Full Force, I don't think like Diamond or Jannard might die. Well, if Jannard dies, right, by Tommy's hand or some shit like that, then I wouldn't be opposed to Diamond coming after Tommy and like, well, this isn't over, right? And then Tommy maybe have no choice but to leave, and he's back in New York City or something, and then Diamond get the forces together. He's like, nah, man, fuck that. He did all this fucking crazy shit. Nah. And then they take some of CBI and the troops to New York City to look for Tommy. But then it's like, well, now you're dealing with Tommy, DMac, Tariq, Braden, right? And whatever little forces they can gather together in New York City against. Oh, see, you see, it doesn't sound too bad. It shit kind of doesn't sound too bad if they do it right. Because I know, this is power we talk about. I know. But if they do this, then it would just make complete sense. It would make complete sense if they was to do the story. But from what we're gathering here, it seems like, Tommy and freaking Miguel is working together. Like maybe they put their differences to the side to handle the CBI nonsense, right? But then at the same time, you do have some people that I would say like Tommy that might be loyal to Tommy as well. Because I think it might not go as what we all may be claiming it to be, where it could probably be maybe some members that might be sort of like loyal to Tommy as well, might just side off with, just go along with Tommy. But then I think you will still have like a strong faction of people that's going to remain loyal to Diamond and Jannard. Because keep in mind, when all that stuff broke down in season 1 leading over to like season 2, CBI was split. Like half remained loyal to Diamond and the other half went with Jannard. So I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of maybe some of CBI members go off and they side with Tommy. But if this is like a private discussion, right, or private matter where, I don't know, like only a select few members of CBI plus Diamond and Jannard is in a room with Tommy, and they like, listen, Tommy, we love what you did, we respect everything that you did, but unfortunately we gotta cut you loose. And then Tommy's pissed off about it, like, nah, what you mean cut me loose? You gonna cut me out of coalition after everything that I did, which I'm thinking they're gonna probably lead up to. And then it's like, listen, man, there's too much heat going on right now, and shit like that. Like, I think you should just cut your losses and leave. Just go back to New York or whatever. And then I think, which is going to probably lead to maybe Tommy either going with Miguel, because something is going to happen where those two is working together and they have no choice but to side. Some crazy shit have to happen where he is going with Miguel and they fighting against like Diamond and Jannard. It has to. And then at the same time, you still have a Claudia, which I don't think she died. I don't Now, if there was like any report of the actress either doing some other projects or whatever, then again, I've been out the power loop for like a little while now. So if there is anything, let me know in the comment section down below. If the actress herself either got a new job, new role, and something else, and she can't return as Claudia, then y'all guys let me know about that. But I think that if there's no obligations on her part and she returns, Claudia, then I think it would make sense because her getting stabbed in the back, and I said, I don't know. I feel like there could be something to tell with her character, and I think there might be more they could probably, flesh out with her, and we're gonna see what they're gonna do there. But I mean, Stacy's gonna have a lot on her plate as well because of the whole. She's still trying to nab Tommy, but then the fact is that Tommy knows that Vic is a CI. He's playing that to his advantage, but Stacy is trying to get. She's trying to nab everybody, but I don't think she's gonna get anybody because the thing about power that we already know like a pattern or a trend is that when it comes down to law enforcement fucking sucks. It's garbage. Law enforcement is terrible. Last time law enforcement was like any good was like in the original Power when Cristobal and a few others got arrested, right? Other than that, and when Lobos was put away, right? But other than that, law enforcement like after Power is fucking terrible. So I don't even expect Stacy or anybody to try to nab Tommy, DMac, Diamond, Jannard, or any. No. If anything, I think what's gonna probably happen is Vic might get killed off. Maybe I don't think he's gonna commit suicide, but I think he probably might get killed off because we seeing somebody's drowning him in the damn water. So we don't know who is doing that to Vic, right? Or maybe, right? Claudia probably maybe put a hit out on her brother, right? It might be unexpected. It might be Claudia who probably put the hit out of having her brother get killed. Who knows? Who knows, right? But I think that this season is shaping up to be quite interesting. Now, I'm not going to say that this season might be like the greatest or the best because it hasn't come out yet. We got until like November 7th to see like what's going to happen. But if this show is shaping up to like be really good and we get like some interesting developments, obviously Tariq is going to show up, right? Obviously, because everybody's expecting the man to return to save him, which would have been a great story because he has no brothers. Well, he has a brother, but JP is not in that life like that. So he doesn't have like an actual brother to save him from this fire that he sort of started. And he's only going to have Miguel, DMac, and a few other helping hands, and then obviously when Tariq shows his fucking mug, and then he's gonna like save and help out Tommy. But man, I'm telling you, trailer looking good. Because again, we have a lot of stuff that's happening right now. A couple explosions. I think what's gonna happen too is, like I said, I think like Diamond and Tommy probably might work together for like a little bit, and then maybe that's when that betrayal is gonna happen, or it could be that maybe it's not Diamond at all. Maybe it could be Jannard that's leading. Who knows, right? It could be maybe Jannard. But from what we see in the trailer, we do see that Diamond and Jannard is working together because, again, they're the only ones that know about what DMac did. So I feel like they are going to still try to take a shot at DMac. But then, again, like I said, heads is going to explode because, listen, the coalition can't sustain itself because DMac is still alive and King Kilo is pissed off about what happened. So that factor is still going to play a part into it because remember when Tommy kept on getting on Diamond about the whole Jannard situation, he was just like, let me handle Jannard, right? Even though Jannard tried to kill him, but he was like, let me handle Jannard. You try to pop my brother, but let me handle it, right? But we all know that seeing how their bond is like back on track, it might be Tommy versus Diamond and Jannard from what they're trying to set up here. Because again, why is Miguel there? Why is he there? So I'm like, okay, but man, this season might be good. But let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about the trailer? Right? Do you believe? I say 4 people. Wait, hold up. Do you think JP, Jannard, Shanti, Stacy, or did I say JP? I think I said JP. Because I was trying to name like five people you think might actually die, right? Then it could just lead over to, you know, Tommy and Tariq, and maybe there will be some people from Chicago that might try to follow Tommy back to New York to get their revenge. Because I'm telling you, if Jannard dies and then you have him like Diamond pissed off about this, and he's like, no, fuck that. We got to go to New York to get our revenge. It would be perfect. And then, like I said, they could settle some old storylines that was never fleshed out or explained, right? And they can tie all of this stuff up, and then it can make sense for like um Power Legacies, right? It can make sense for like Power Legacies, and then hopefully it ends nicely. But again, I know I'm asking for too much because this is Power we talking about here. Some of that bullshit be happening, but overall, let me know let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you all in the next one.